This is fishing the Tuckasegee. Is that how you say it? Good.
Drift Boat Diaries, episode 3 in North Carolina on the Tuckasegee with Josh Fordham. What first got you into fly fishing?
What got me into fly fishing?
Your grandmother?
Actually, when we all lived in Atlanta, you remember that? You guys all pitched in a little bit?
Hit this little blue pocket.
I don't know if...
Go ahead and just get stuck and we'll just go ahead and break off real quick.
Do you want me to answer the question yet, or? No, you guys all bought me that setup. Remember?
I actually don't remember that.
Yeah, I was living in Eastlake. If we don't hit bottom here, and you guys, this was my birthday, and y'all bought me a setup, right?
Go a little further out now.
And yeah, I remember.
So you started fishing the hooch a bunch?
Yeah, I drive up to Blue Ridge and do that shit. Yeah, I remember standing in the backyard. You remember how small that backyard was?
Yeah, a hair further out. Oh yeah.
And I didn't know anything about fly fishing, and I was just trying to get it like 15 feet out, and I couldn't figure that shit out to save my life. But yeah, then started tying and fishing, and then we moved to the mountains, so here we are. It's a different...
I remember the old Holly Springs days. That was fun. Or Holly Creek.
Holly Creek, yeah. I would take way too long of lunch breaks and go wade the Chattahoochee.
And when you were traveling for work, yeah, let's do it right now. You were taking your fly rod with you, and you go into ponds and
first fish.
And watch this tree behind you.
First fish I ever caught on a fly rod was a little bluegill. I was
that's fun.
In this little town, Bennettsville, South Carolina, and I don't even remember what I was fishing with, man. It was we bumped hot. I was throwing something, and I caught it. I mean, he was this long, dude. And I got a picture of him I had this tattoo, and he wasn't much longer than the tattoo, and I was so stoked. But yeah, and then I really got better at fly fishing Stone Mountain Lake, actually. I went out there and caught over 100 brim one evening, just with a little dry
100
fly.
brim?
It was wild. They were all small, but it was a good time. I had a good time.
It was a good time.
That, and then
I just grew up fishing with your dad as a kid, right?
Yeah, my dad, my grandpa, on both sides, really. I didn't get to fish with my mom's dad much, but
yeah,
he lived in Savannah. He was a saltwater fisherman. Yeah, it's a little different. There we go. There we go. All right. Look what he ate.
The size 16 rubber legs.
Nice.
Well, the rubber leg always works.
It seems that way. Got something in my right eye. That's great.
Do you have any good fishing stories from when you were a kid, with your dad or grandfather or anything?
Man, so many. Me and my dad, literally for my birthday every year, what I wanted to do, we grew up in the middle South Georgia-ish, and I would always want to go to the river for my birthday, right? We'd do a camping trip, and my dad was a hardcore camper. We didn't bring a tent. We brought sleeping bags if we were lucky.
You got some branches coming up, kind of up above you right here. The left side still looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. But no, we'd load up the old John boat, a couple sleeping bags. We wouldn't bring much food. We'd bring Vienna sausages, beanie weenies.
The good stuff.
The good stuff. Maybe some Oreos, but off-brand because, why not? Twist and shootouts.
I know how you are with the old Dollar General special.
Nah, this is Walmart brand, baby. They're called Twist and Shouts.
Twist and Shouts.
Actually. But no, man, we'd go out and we'd camp on these sandbars. And one of the funnest times, we went out, it was like a drought that year. We put in at, I think it was Staves Landing is what it was called. And No, it's a beer can, not a fish.
Try a little further out here.
And the water was like just absurdly low. It was like a little puddle almost to get out to the main river. And we had to like wade in waist deep mud to get to the river. Ended up getting to the river, getting to what we call them sandbars. It's just big bars of sand. And set up camp, dude. And it was, those river fishing days, they were fun, man. They were a lot of fun.
Let's give the Rainbow Warrior a shot for a little while.
All right. There's a lot of
yeah,
gators.
I am very glad that I don't fish where there's gators. I'm not really interested in that.
They wouldn't really bother you, right? If you were driving up the river at night with a flashlight, man, the eyes were just everywhere.
No.
One night we camped, and literally we'd build a fire and we'd just lay around the fire in a sleeping bag on the sand. And we woke up one morning and there was a gator trail, like where they come up on the bank through the night. Right, I'm not kidding, 20 feet from us.
Mm-mm. Nope.
It was a good gator too. Watched a guy wrestle a gator on a sandbar. That was stupid. It was a small one, about 3 or 4 feet.
Little gator wrestling.
There's a bunch of rednecks down there, man. Loved it.
Remember that day we were fishing Holly Creek and we like doubled up and then I can't remember if I dropped the fish or broke it off.
Oh, yeah. I think he dropped it.
And then right through here, like all the slower water that's kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's work this for a minute. This is usually good on the Toccoa. So much fun exploring other rivers.
Is that about where you were talking about over there?
Yeah, just where that water's slower. That's fine. Yep. Yeah, you can kind of high stick it. Yep. Cast up a little bit higher, like kind of more into that faster. Yep, that's good. I'm sure you feel this way, but having a son now, I cannot wait for them to be old enough to be out here. That's like one of my favorite trips to take people on as a dad and a son and watch them both just like light up and then knowing they're going to have something the rest of their life that they're going to make memories doing. Hard to beat that.
No kidding, man. I mean, that's what me and my grandpa, he'd pick me up every day from school, man. And we'd go to a pond. We'd go bass fishing. I didn't care if it was raining, shining, 10 degrees or 50 to 80 degrees or whatever, you know, we were fishing.
Good stuff.
I remember being like 6 and my pa, he's like, you want to go out and fish? I'm like, yeah. Overcast, it was like 50 degrees and it rained the entire day. And I cried. I was like 6, right? I was just crying and crying and crying. And he's like, we're not going in, we're still fishing. Just flooding. I kept scooping water out of the bottom of the boat. And I was like, it was bad,
That's
dude.
good stuff, man.
Wouldn't trade it for the world. I'd pay a lot of money to do that fishing trip again.
Good stuff. All right, you want to cruise?
Let's cruise, man. Yeah, dude, the idea of having Levi out here, man.
Doesn't get much better than that. Nice work.
Hey, first one, you got a little tripod now. Is YouTube soon?
Yes, not catching fish. We got one. The skunk is off the boat.
They're in here, man.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
This looks like a good run right here.
I like that. We'll see you down there. Good luck. Dude's so nice.
Yeah, he's a really nice dude.
Matt from Tuckasegee Fly Shop. I'm terrible with names. That's probably not his name. So Matt, if that's not your name, I apologize.
That's just a genuinely nice human.
Yeah.
That's some slow water over there, ain't it? Bordeaux water, boom.
Let's save that for them. That's like meeting other guides that get it and are super nice. It can sometimes be few and far between, so it's always very refreshing.
Yeah. You run into a lot of...
You know, sometimes you bump into guys, it seems like it's more of like a competition. And to me, it's like, man, we're all out here to enjoy being on the water. And it's like, if you think back on when you first started fly fishing, you know, it's like, we're all out here for the same reason.
That's right.
And if you're guiding, you're out here to like, you know, hopefully give somebody that same experience and that same, you know, happiness and joy of being on the water and learning how to fly fish. And
Yeah.
some days people are going to catch more than you. Some days you're going to catch more than other people, and that's how it works. No competition.
Yeah.
Little spots like this look so good to me.
Yeah, that was a big thing, man. Like when I was getting into fly fishing, not knowing what I was doing. Obviously, coming from like a bass fishing background, I loved cast and blast. You know, you're just.
Yeah.
So I started streamer fishing, and I remember specifically I was out on the Chattahoochee wading, and I had a pretty good sized streamer on.
Yeah.
And these guys, they were doing a spade class or something, right? On one of the like wider spots.
Yeah.
And they
This
all
guy
like,
on the right, this looks real good.
they all started picking on what I was fishing with. Like, what you fishing for? Salmon? And just like,
Like over here where that green is. Right.
I'm like, God, dang
Like,
it.
can we not?
I caught a couple fish. I mean, where you want on over?
Yeah, a little further out. There you go.
Yeah, but stuff like that, I mean, it really turned me off to the fly fishing community for a bit, and that was just a couple sour lemons or whatever.
Well, like two things. I feel like people get intimidated by fly fishing if they've never done it. And then also I feel like fly fishing sometimes can have a bad rap of like, you know, to me, what we're fishing right now, I call that a bobber rig. Some
Yeah.
people are like, this is an indicator. I'm like, it's a bobber.
Yeah, right. I really wish we would have saw what you set the hook on yesterday. That real heavy.
I mean, honestly, it's probably just a somewhat decent fish. And because it's so deep.
After catching those smaller ones.
Yeah.
Still like to see
But
it.
man,
It looked heavy. Not super deep through here. It's crazy how different this water is, though.
I mean, it's literally less than half of what it was yesterday. Mr. Big Brown, are
Eat
you
them, my
ready
friend.
to eat my sparkle minnow?
Eating my sparkle minnow.
Me no lucky windy on the river.
In that situation, what do I need to do different getting closer to you?
You're good.
Yeah.
When he's still kind of trying to pull down, so I'm not going to try to net him like that. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, the fly come off. Oh, boy.
It's all right. He's in the net.
Yeah, that's a mess. That's a nice fish, dude.
He's thick. There you go.
Thanks, buddy. It's a fatty. Well, that's fun.
Yep.
I'd be fine catching those.
Two good fish back to back.
If I was on a float with you, I'd definitely like tip you $15 or something.
$15.
Go dogs. I didn't really watch football this year very much.
I watched a good bit.
I liked all the upsets. I enjoy football like that.
I'm glad for the dogs. It's fun when they win, but it's like I like a close game. I like a good competition.
You like that? What got you into fly fishing?
My dad got me a rod when I was like 13.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So,
All right, next.
boring.
Let's see your clip. He got me a rod when I was like 13, 14, and I think the first guided trip I went on with him was in Pigeon Forge, like Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
We waded a little creek up there, and I caught one fish.
Nice.
I was like, well, I didn't really get into it until I started fishing with him in North Carolina, and then, I don't know, it just kind of clicked, and I was like,
Yeah.
I get it now.
Okay. I get it. Oh gosh, that wind.
Man, it got a little windy, huh?
Can you turn that off?
Yeah, over here on the left, that little chop. I don't know, man, like going up to the park in North Carolina with my dad, hiking up that creek,
Yeah.
that will always be some of my favorite memories with him for sure. Why are there not fish right here? This just looks tasty.
It does.
Like, not even just one little guy.
They're liking those real deep, slow holes today.
The winter
Welcome to winter.
trout bite. Isn't it crazy how subtle it is, though, some of these bites?
Yeah. It's like they're licking it, man. Like that.
Yeah, just a little kiss. It's right side.
Yeah. That's pretty good. You talking about close to us or on over there? On over there, yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, try that.
Hey, hey.
All right.
Good eye, daddy. that a brown?
Healthy brown.
Nice.
Should be some more in there. Yeah. Oh,
I saw him too.
fish.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'd come a hair closer to us probably. I thought they are gonna be right here. Yeah. Nice.
Ooh. Angry little guy. They're there.
Yeah.
I'd be very happy if you were guiding me today.
Yeah, there he is. We can get him off while I'm running us back up.
Oh boy.
Brown?
It looks like it, doesn't it? Can't tell. We're going 75 miles an hour. I feel like I'm trolling for marlin right now. Hang on. Yeah, that's a nice little brownie. Hang on, buddy.
He's like, what is happening right now?
Yeah, beautiful little fish. Oh, I see what you're talking about. How this one doesn't have all the
Like the red.
the reds. Yeah.
Red spots. All right, day 2 on the Tuckasegee.
Tuckasegee.
We fell a little short on finishing the podcast.
Too much
but
fun. Oh,
Day 2,
we're doing it.
chat a little more, fish a little more.
Oof. Yeah. Yeah, we caught the stinkiest fish we've ever caught.
I've never in my life
All right.
smelled
Got her.
a fish like that.
It's kind of intense.
Got a nice brookie, got a nice rainbow.
Yeah, why do
Today
you
we
think?
just need a good brown.
Yeah. It's funny, a lot of times out here floating, I feel like we're in the middle of nature, and we're just in somebody's backyard.
Yeah, like, good morning, Miss Joan.
Miss Joan, Billy Bob's out there pissing off the porch. Hey,
Nice.
didn't take long.
Now we start the day, baby.
I'm bringing him to the left over here.
Good morning, Mr. Rainbow.
Oh, shoot.
What is happening?
I don't know, my bad, dude.
Fish would float North Georgia.
All right, nice little bow, huh? A nice little
Good
bow.
morning, baby.
Thanks for your cooperation. It's so nice to fish with a guide. Like, it really is. It's cold. My fingers are cold already. I really don't want to touch a fish.
I struck out more in the middle right here. Yep.
Oh boy, did you see what I just
Did
did?
tangle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is really nice to fish with a guide, huh?
Yeah, this is the best. This is the best part.
This is the best way to start the day, though. You get out here, clears your mind, gets rid of a hangover.
Yeah. It's so funny you get dialed in and you don't think about anything else.
No.
Nothing else matters in this moment, you know?
I think that's probably what I like the most about trout fishing is just where you fish. And it looked kind of fishy, huh?
Did. Just put her back out there. Maybe a little
A
further.
little further. It's a little bit deeper.
Let me throw behind the boat again.
Just gives you a good way to check out from the craziness and kind of just be in the moment.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's nice because, I mean, fishing like this, it requires focus, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a rock.
Snaggy.
Yeah, it shallows up pretty good right there. There we go. Yeah, it just requires a lot of focus, and you can't think about you paying the bills or going to work or whatever.
Worst
you know?
part about a fishing trip is when it's over.
Yeah,
It goes too fast.
always.
We've been out here, what, 2.5 days, and it feels like we just started.
Unfortunately. Unfortunately.
And that how fast it goes by when you're actually on the water.
Right.
Like 8-hour day feels like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's just not. It's a kind of I guess it's a decent bonus that, we're friends and stuff, but that's really shallow. I don't want to get hung. What's up, blue heron?
It's the blue herring.
Did you know that Native Americans used to kill the blue herons, and that noise they're making, they'd get their whole throat, and they'd make a tube like that you blow.
Let's try it like close in this first time. Yesterday we started pretty far on that left bank, but I feel like you got that bump on the streamer like closer in.
Yeah. Did you know that though?
No, I didn't hear anything you said. I started thinking about this water and didn't hear a word you said.
I said it
I
doesn't.
heard you say something about blue herons and Native Americans.
Yeah, they'd kill them, and they'd use their throats as like a call, like when they said
Really?
communicate in the woods. No, not at all. I was just making up shit, and you just wasn't listening. So
You're really good at that.
at lying.
Yeah, you'd make something up and people are like, are you serious? And you're like, no.
My dad did that to me all the time. That's a deep hole there, man. This weekend has given me a respect for this deep hole fishing. I really kind of like it. It's a different ball game.
Two things I hear the most on trips is that's why they call it fishing, not catching. And I guess you don't really have to go to the gym, do you?
Still fat.
Those are the two main ones.
Not like thank you or anything like that. Like, are you good at this?
You gotta be good at guiding for people to say thank you.
You think further than that, or you like that?
I like that.
I don't like that at all. Oh, that's
All right.
Oh, there he was.
I don't know why those fish smelled that way, but they had some stank on them.
It has a real stank on him.
True stank.
It smelled like schooled up fish.
Yeah. Let's try this one more time. And then,
What'd you say yesterday? It smelled like a piece of salmon you left out on the counter for 2
yeah,
weeks?
it's like you bought a piece of salmon a couple years ago, and then you're like, I think I want to eat it now, and you just set it out on the counter for about a week, and then
just
open it up, and that's what it smelled like.
Oh my God.
Both of those fish smelled the exact same way.
They were in the same hole, right?
It was not your typical smells like fish smell.
No. Maybe it was just because they were so big. They needed rubbing some sand on them or something, like clean up.
They make like fish cologne.
Yuck. That'd be awful. A fish candle? Floating over Georgia, fish candles, now on the marketplace. You have brown trout and bruh,
Yuck.
yeah, creek chub. There he is. That's where they are, aren't it?
Yup.
Ain't it? Aren't it?
Aren't it? Ooh, look.
Oh, the
Rubber
rubber.
legs.
Oh, wow. Man, 2 nice net jobs in a row. Nice. Thanks, buddy. All right, that's 2. I want to keep counting today. That always, I feel like, goes in my against my favor.
2 for 3.
2 for 3. Shooting 66%, 0.6. Yeah, yesterday was fun, man. It got cold.
Met some really nice people.
Okay.
Everybody we met up here has been super nice. It's another thing I love about fly fishing is the people you get to meet, and
Yeah.
most of them are very kind people.
Lazy Hiker Brewery.
That was awesome.
Or
Lazy
brewing.
Hiker Brewery was incredible.
You see this?
I do.
That was a.
I do see that.
I've done this 3 times this entire trip, and this 2 of them was this morning. Okay, so I will say one thing about floating North Georgia. If you're confident in something, go with Zach. He's going to definitely teach you. He's going to humble you right up. Especially if, like, at the beginning of the trip, you know, you're a cool guy, like, your buddy.
good.
Yeah, he'll make an honest. You'll make an honest man out of somebody. I
I'm
don't
not
know.
trying to be mean. I'm just being honest.
Okay.
Like, you should have cast up there.
Okay.
Right
You know what? I'm scared to cast behind the boat.
That's what I always tell people. If we're anchored up, we're going to cast upstream just like you're wade fishing. If we're moving, we're either beside us or ahead of the boat. Like,
I don't feel like I've made one cast that I'm happy with since we've been anchored.
that was great.
Thanks. I'm happy with that one.
That was great.
Only because of my
That
guide.
one will catch a fish.
We'll see.
Told you.
Oh no, that sucks. I kind of hope he comes off. I told you. Shut up. Oh, that's funny. You'll just catch it. The old rubber slubber.
Rubber slubber.
Hey, thank you, man.
You're welcome, dude.
All right. Raise hell, praise Dell. Number 3.
3 for 4. Bye, buddy.
Oh, we're not going to forget that one I missed, huh?
Man, what a nice morning.
Beautiful out.
Beautiful, Mike. Beautiful.
What was that? What is that swimming across the river? You see it?
Squirrel fall in? I've only seen a squirrel in the river one time, and it was on this river. Dude, and I'm pretty sure he was in trouble because he was in some fast water.
Dang, these squirrels, that would be terrifying.
I'm pretty sure a squirrel just fell off that tree because the tree was moving, like that branch was like swinging back and forth.
Something fell, you saw it swimming, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It looked like a big squirrel if it was a squirrel.
What else would be in that tree? Birds can fly.
Otters?
Oh, hello there. Cheers, brother.
Love you, man.
Love you, bro. Good day of fishing.
Why is it weird now?